We're at Caracas in Venezuela at 7:14 and 12 seconds. I started taxiing at 7 AM, but I went to the wrong runway, which is only about 10 degrees off in heading, which is quite funny. That's alright. It gave me an opportunity to have a good tour of the airport, which is large and interesting and is one of the most impressive backdrops to any airport I've ever seen. Plus these very large, interesting structures back there, which are look like hangars for spaceships or something, which I'll check out later on. So here we go. It's now 3 seconds till 7:15, so let's call that our takeoff time. Runway 09. Let's keep rolling. Taking off into the sun. We're going to do a wide left turn over the sea and then head south through the valley. 70 knots, 80, 90, 100, rotating 6 degrees. We have liftoff, positive rate of climb, gear up, and flaps coming up now. Now 3,500 feet. We're not going to fly over there, but even to get through the valleys we'll need that altitude, so we'll keep climbing.
6007, continue for south departure.
And do a leisurely, like India Golf 1, left-hand turn.
007, continue for south departure.
Take as long as you need. You've got to climb from 239 feet to 3,500 feet, which might take some time in it.
007, leaving my airspace, frequency change approved.
Yeah, general aviation aircraft, like India Golf 1.
Ancient Tower, make 007 frequency change.
So I'm at 2,100 now. It's a lovely view of the airport. Camera. Drag up my trusty old spy cam from F-19 stealth fighter. Still working. Now, where do we turn in? Somewhere to the west of the end of the runway. Is it the first valley or the second? That is a good question. Which I'm going to try and... It's the first one, okay. So it's right at the end of the runway, right across the end of the runway, you might say. We're at 3,800, so overachieved on the altitude department. Let's get lined up. So there you go, there's a nice easy way to find the valleys, because there are several valleys here. It's the one right at the end of the runway. So let's get set at 3,500, get that sorted out, get trimmed up. It's not a very long flight plan. So slow and easy will be good. Now, I've got to regain altitude. Keep climbing, we're only at 2,500 and we'll get another 1,000 feet under our belt, or under our feet. Wow, what a great view that is. Still climbing. Let's get the left wing camera out. Appropriate for this part of the world, I guess. A lot of the valley's still in shadow. And here we are, turning left. Yes, here we are, turning left. So you can see why I need more altitude, because 3,000 feet and the edge of town is still higher than that. So we're 3,500 feet now, and we're just right to make our way around the edge of the valley. And just, I haven't got much to spare. So even though it's as the crow flies, only about 10 miles from the shore to CBD here. It's quite a windy, it'll take quite a while to drive there. So let's look at the left. So we pretty much, we'll just hug the edge of the valley. Let's get a bit closer. Now I'm actually at 4,000 feet now, so could fly lower. 3,500 will make it. Checked all that. But for the sake of getting a good look at the scenery, let's stick at 4,500. Let's go to the right with the camera. There we go. Looking to the north. Awesome. So first flight, let's stick right to the plan, and we're going to look for this bridge. It's about 8 miles away, probably just past those clouds actually, which look pretty spectacular. Yeah. A world away over those mountains, quite a difficult trek. Before cars and planes. So trundling along the valley, just taking our time, and we've got 5.5 miles to the turn point, which is a rather large bridge, or it's a bridge over a very deep gully. Sitting on 4,200 now. Entering cloud, better check the terrain there. It's a bit dodgy. Okay, we're good. This is VFR flying, visual flight rules. Now, bridge coming up, and it's only about 2 miles out, so keep our eyes peeled. Distinctive intersections here. Now we can see the terrain dipping away in front of us. So the bridge is going to be just around this corner. Keep going. Very close now. If I can spot it. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite spectacular drop there actually. Very cool. Right, now we do a hard right turn. And fly to the dam at the south of the valley. So we're at 4,100 here. Now, as I said, 3,500 will have you skimming these ridges. If you stick exactly to the flight plan, you should make it, but no guarantees. I'm going to stay at 4,000 just to be sure. I might revise that advice actually. Yeah, 3,000 was technically possible, but why take the risk? Wow, you get some pretty spectacular views across the valley here. I'm liking this route. This simple flight around Caracas is, I think, it's going to be one of my favourites. So taking my time. 7 miles to the dam. As you can see, I've plotted a route up the lowest terrain that's available. Let's go to the right wing tip. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that cloud sitting there. Just minding our P's and Q's. Good. A little bit left of track actually. Not much, half a mile. It's better. Now, of course, if you're in a, or if you want to, you can just fly around these hills, around that bend, come back on track, but I'm going to push ahead in a straight line just to test the default plan. That will take us over this distinctive hillside. Let's have a look at it. Yep. Got this road winding up the hill, and trees seem to have been cut. And whoa, we get a spectacular reveal in a moment of the dam. I hope so. Can't see it yet, but I think it's behind the next hill. Slowing up. It's only a mile away, must be behind this hill. Yes! Had me worried for a moment there. Yeah, look at that. Ah, yeah, right on us. Now, turn right and we will fly right over the dam, and you'll see Mariposa etched onto the wall. There we go, La Mariposa. La Mariposa. Torching a hill there. Going to exit the valley. Let's look to the right as we do that. Yep, coming back across Caracas proper. This is one of those towns where there's a racetrack. There's interesting stuff in every corner of the valley and every ridge. Yeah, hours of fun exploring this area. Once again, I'm at 4.2 and we skim the top of that ridge. Definitely going to revise that altitude. I'm going to make it 4,500. We'll get one last view of the centre of town. Oh, another aircraft. As we cross this area. Staying right on track. I'll get to my 4,500, see if that gets us over this hill. There it is, 4,500. Yeah. Just. That's where we came in. And you'll see in a moment. There we go. That's where we came in. Yep, 4.5 works for us there. And we can see the bridge. Pretty much center view right now. Can start to let down a bit as we go. Probably 3.5. Probably took that measurement from getting through the first valley and along the valley wall, but anyway, it's all a day's work. I'm going to revise it to 4.5. And here's the view on the way out. There's actually two large bridges here. The second one, I think it's the one I put the waypoint on, because as you come through that valley, you don't really see the first one. Okay, and now it's pretty narrow, as you can see. And look, we're going through at about 2,200, and that seems to be fine. But it is pretty narrow. To pay attention there, and brings us right back out to the airport. That is awesome. It's like a secret door. Wow. Spectacular. Right, let's look at landing at 14 minutes 28 seconds at a relatively slow speed. Channel 2. Fly straight out. Channel 1. Channel 1. Mike India Golf 4.
Ancient Tower MiG-007 is 2 miles west 1,500 feet with Kilo to land.
MiG-007 Ancient Tower. South
Mike India Golf 1.
Right downwind runway 27 MiG 007.
Okay, so landing in the... So we took off in this direction. East 09. We're going to land into the sun, obviously, the morning sun rises in the east. We're going to land with the sun behind us, heading west. What a great view. So we're pretty wide, but that's okay. Runway altitude was 230 feet, so say 1700. Oh, sorry, 1239 feet. It's good. It's a good circuit altitude. Mike India Golf 1. Check out that boat. Just did a massive U-turn. Let's see if the camera can pick it up. We'll take our time when it's standing. Yeah, we're going to fly it. Oh, it is turning and turning and turning. Interesting. Okay. Well, speaking of turning, let's turn back to heading 27. And we'll start to let down. Yeah, you don't want to be too close on the run into final. I think they're doing exercises on that boat. That's awesome. Never seen that before. Gear down. Flaps full. Slowing up nicely. Fuel is good. Set the trim down a bit. Yep. Oh, that's nice. Yep. Gear is down, I can hear the gear. Wow, they're really moving that boat. I guess they're doing a test of the side thrusters. Speed brake in, 3 greens, flaps are down, fuel's good. Altitude is good, 600 feet. Bearing in mind it's 239. The runway, so we're only a few hundred feet up. 20 knots. I'm going to stop check. See, there's the other runway, almost the same heading. Coming in at 113. Settling. Throttle setting's good, I think. And touchdown at 98, which I'm okay with. Pretty long runways, which is great. Right, I'll go and plan my next round, probably later in the morning, or even after lunch, when the lights change, but wow, the clouds look magnificent. So there we go, Caracas, Venezuela.